officials assigned to this game have met all the requirements set forth by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been selected for their important role for a system approved by the Board of Directors and includes the involvement of coaches and athletic administrators at participating schools. The officials for this game are Lisa Horner, Kimberly Tolan, and the line judges are Grace Elhart and Neil Kine. The student athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and you are requested to treat them with respect in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. Now we meet the teams. The visitors on the scoreboard are the Holy Name Green Wave. Head coach, Boyan Neochinovich. Assistant coaches, Holly Allman, Maddie Mullen, and David Saldana. Your non-starters, number 1, Sydney Deere. Number 3, Isabella Dinya. Number 4, Gracie Ann Scott. Number 5, Lillian Good. Number 8, Allison Orza. Number 13, Allison D'Amico. Number 14, Brianna Baker. And number 20, Alicia Murray. And this number 9, Adrian Friesa. Starters, number 6, Katie Wells. Number 7, Alyssa Forga. Number 8, Allison Vortek. Number 10, Genevieve Alfredis. Number 11, Kenzie Watson. Number 12, Reagan Favreau. And captain, number 16, Cassandra Bauer. The home team on the scoreboard, the Marlington Dukes. Head coach, Stephanie Tortola. Assistant coaches, Casey Krupko and Amy Coleman. For non-starters, number 2, Maya Sickles. Number 3, Marissa Castro. Number 4, Reese Hager. Number 9, Justine Durango. Number 11, Emma Boyce. Number 12, Reagan Frank. Number 21, Ella Wittenson. The starters, number 13, Danica Starshone. Number 18, Rosalind Mercer. Number 23, Callie Young. Number 5, Claire Battleshaw. Number 17, Libero, Jackson Hilliard. And the captain, number 22, Lane Raffles. Good luck, ladies.
Harry Fales Gymnasium, one of these two teams march on to states. The other heads home, losing in the regional finals. This is Marlington versus Holy Name Volleyball, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me for a little bit of the game today, special guest, Mr. Kevin Onko. Mr. Onko, I've played a number of games with you throughout my career. I am so happy to have you back for this big occasion.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you so much for having me. And the place is electric right now.
It is electric. Electric Thursday, but now no school, no distractions. Everyone is here. It is packed at Harry Fales Gymnasium. Mr. Onko, you're in the building with the Holy Name students. What has the atmosphere been like this past week?
You know, I'll tell you what, it's been a nice surprise when you have a regular season with some ups and downs, and then next thing you know, you start playing great at the right time, and you find yourself in the regionals. life gets good pretty quick, so you feel the good energy, but you also know that today is a very tough test with Alliance Marlington.
Marlington, one of the best teams in the state, definitely the best in the EBC and maybe the best in Stark County. You can debate them, Copley and Archbishop Hoban for that spot. They're the 1 seed, ranked 40th in Ohio. It is the sophomore superstar, Danica Sarchone, getting us underway. Afreitas bumps forward, Bauer tips back, miscommunication with Vavro. The Dukes strike first.
Dukes definitely have the height advantage.
And that has been a huge factor throughout this entire season. Marlington very tall at the net with their hitters. Sarchone sends it over. Wells. Bauer lining it up. Afreitas gets it over and ties it. Genevieve Afreitas had a tremendous evening Thursday, and she picks up right where she left off. Expect to see her and Allie Orzak as the two outside hitters dominating the net today.
Allie Orzak has been playing lights out the last few weeks for us.
The dive, not enough from Bauer. Marlington retakes the lead. I expect a very back and forth affair, especially in set number 1. You look at the seeds, 1 versus 18. On paper, it's a blowout, but that's not Holy Name's way. They have won so many games in a row as they tie it up at 2.
And what I like is we've had a lot of games go 4 or 5 sets with people, so we've been in long, grueling matches. Alliance Marlington, when you look at their schedule, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, right? Let's see what happens if we go 4 or 5 with them.
And in the conference, most teams, all except Beaumont, making it to regionals in Holy Name's conference. A grueling schedule for them to deal with. Afreitas, too rich of a hit. Marlington playing cat and mouse with Holy Name, retakes the lead.
And we do have Lake Catholic playing NDCL, I believe, so we have at least 1 guaranteed going to states.
Lake EC. NDCL is still playing. CVCA is who they knocked out, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha, Lake EC.
Now 3-3 and overhit. This was an issue in the Glen Oak game on senior night for Marlington. Their serves, they weren't on point. It looked like they corrected it against Cleveland Shaw a few Saturdays ago, but the issue seems to persist. Lily Jurek on for the first time today, sends it over. Young lines up, Graffis can't connect. Holy Name takes the lead.
And I got to tell you, through some of the adversity, I was very impressed behind the bench listening to Lily Jurek. Positive young lady, great student. But she had a lot of good things to say to some of the teammates as they struggled for moments on Thursday night.
We saw that last year as well, especially in that Lutheran West loss at Padua. Orzak gets on the board with a kill. Alio returns to Alliance and starts to dominate. Talk about an impact player in Ali Orzak. Jurek continuing to serve. 5-3, Holy Name leads. Played forward by Sickles, hit over by Graffitz, it's blocked, and Forgosh does the job, the Namers S.
Oh, the excitement, this is fantastic.
This run very reminiscent of Holy Name in 2021 for football. A rough regular season, but when it mattered most, the boys got it done. The girls look to do the same.
Yeah, you know, in most high school sports, it's not your first 5, it's your last 5. And the girls are really showing that, okay, maybe not great at the beginning, but the end's sure a lot of fun.
And we saw that last year. October was a month dominated by the Green Wave up until the playoffs. This time, they saved their best volleyball for last, getting a set off of NDCL and Padua, very impressive, and then sweeping their next 3 opponents.
Fantastic play by Cassie Bowers.
Warzak gets it over. The libero Hilliard keeps it alive. Sarchone on the outside, kept in the air by Hayden Wells. Namer Nation loving the effort from the back line. Young skies it, and it's a kill. Justine Doringo gets it over, making it a 1-point set.
Fantastic rally.
It doesn't matter who is on the court for Marlington. They have talent. Looking at their non-starters, Alo Wittensolder, Jana Boganovic, and Justine Doringo, 3 elite players that would walk into most teams. Orzak tries it again, goes cross court. Charson skies, Holy Name back up by 2. And when you see the jump and high five, you know Reagan Vavro is subbing in.
Yeah. The energy is contagious.
We saw the energy a few years ago with Holy Name's softball run to the regional semis. Young picks out Sarshone, but before she can, a double hit. The Namers lead by 3.
Great start for the Namers.
And you can't do that as a live. A bunch of gentlemen making a trip from Holy Name. That serve going behind.
And the beauty of high school sports is whenever you cheer, get ready to hear it back. And that happened quickly.
Mikey towards Zidlow and the Jackrabbit over there giving the business to Marlington.
I would like to, as we see Mikey towards Zidlow over there, Mikey injured for his last game in football last night. What a great family, great kid. Mikey was ball boy for 3 different sports starting in about 2nd grade, and to see him finish up his high school career in football, on an injury note, very, very sorry to hear for Mikey, but great kid.
You gotta love Mikey T. 8-7, Holy Name leads. A chance for the Dukes to tie. Battershell sends it over. Jurek digs. Bauer sets. Orzak spikes. It's a point for the Namers. Talk about a spark plug from the starting lineup. Avery Preisel subs out, a star last year, and she continues to play a prominent role with the team. Graffis, Young bumps, it's a give and go. Laney Graffis, the YSU commit, puts Marlington back within 1.
Very impressive to see both teams going up, getting after it. I thought we'd see some early jitters, but they are non-existent with these ladies.
And that goes down to the coaching from Coach Vio Sinovich of the Green Wave and Coach Tortola of the Dukes. Hilliard sends it over. Jurek, Bauer sets, Orzak open, gets it over, and the block gives the point to the Namers. Marlington has their height, but for the blocks, they can't keep it in play. 10-8, Holy Name leads through 18 serves. Orzak sends it over. Hilliard. Young plays it back. Sarshone. Is it in play? No, it's not. Holy Name takes the point. 11-8 Namers. Who saw this coming outside of 6,000 Queens Highway? Orzak sends it over. And it's an ace for Alio. Hilliard can't connect cleanly. The Namers up by 4. And a timeout called. Coach Tortola's girls not used to this adversity, but yet here we are, 12-8 Namers through a total of 20 serves.
Great start for the Green Wave, and I'll tell you what, the Dukes haven't been behind much this year.
They have not. Their only loss coming against Copley, 3-2, and that was early on in the season. I believe they are nearing a 23-game winning streak or something along those lines. Holy Name, their winning streak, just look at the playoffs.
Yeah, I believe that loss was in mid to late August, early in the season, and they've been rolling ever since.
But looking at the teams they had to play before they opened EBC play, Dover, Riverview, Twinsburg, and Olmsted Falls, along with Copley. That was a gauntlet for the Dukes.
Yeah. And I believe Olmsted Falls won the other night, and they are in the regional finals as well.
Their girls basketball team, a tremendous story of last year winning states. Orzak sends it over. Young sets. Bogdanovich, her first touch, kept in the air by the Namers. Wells, Afraidis hits it over, kept in the air easily. We go again. Graffis. Orzak bumps before it can hit the deck. Watson returns. It looks like a long sequence brewing. Bogdanovich ends it though. Tiana Bogdanovich, one of the best hitters Marlington has at their disposal.
And I would like to say something interesting about that Olmsted Falls Girls Basketball State Championship. I never saw a team shoot either threes or layups, threes or 2-footers. It was amazing. You didn't see anybody shooting from 10, 15 out. All good shots, all open shots, and you end up with the state championship.
Beautiful block. Watson and Vavro combine. Bauer keeps it alive. Wells, Afraidis, the push. It's kept in the air briefly. Beautiful teamwork between Young and Battershell, and that does the job for Marlington. They enter double figures. A great timeout call by Coach Tortola. Whatever adjustments she made, definitely helping. Sarshone sends it over, but can't get it over the net. (13-10). Holy Name over Marlington in set number 1. Sent over by Wells. The set and tip from Bogdanovich. Afreitas keeps alive. Bauer, the give and go. Genevieve Afreitas kept alive in the back line. Young sprints. Graffis returns. Wells digs and goes to the deck. Afreitas open the light tap. Sneaks it over Battershow. And Battershow couldn't get it to go. As you said, that was perfect from Genevieve.
Beautiful placement. And boy, that girl can sky. The hang time from Jenna Frades.
One of the best players on this team, related, I believe, to the ever-growing Stidley lineage.
I did not know that.
She is in there along with Willie Jurek, along the line somewhere. Marlington gets the point.
Fantastic.
And you talk about lineages, you have Sarshone from Marlington, but Evanich is the big one. Chelsea graduating last year. She will begin her career as a Purple Raider in a week's time for a doubleheader at the MAC. Young sends it over. Good response. Bauer wasn't expecting a line drive, but it does the business. The way that the game ended Thursday is how Holy Name takes that point.
Great spot, great spot.
Avery Preissel subbing back in. Haven't seen much of her, but we really haven't needed to. The sophomore Preissel, another lineage, sends it over.
Well, I would like to say Connor Preissel in on the action when we upset number 1 seed number 1 Norton in football a few years back, and Avery had the chance to do it Thursday night, battling Norton in the regional semis.
A lot of history between Holy Name and Norton. 3 matchups so far in the last 4 years. Football, 28-0. Softball, a big win for the Namers in 2 nights ago, 3-1 Holy Name.
Yep.
15-12 Namers in set number 1. Afreitas open, gets it to go, but kept in the air beautifully. Bogdanovich and Graffis get it. The hit, is it in play? No, it's not. Just misses the back line.
Yeah, just missed. Good call. Good call by the line judge.
Excellent. We've seen some good officiating and some rough officiating across these playoffs, but yet again, you always say it anytime you're on here. You have to respect the officials. We have a shortage.
We have a shortage.
Preissel, what a job to keep it in play.
And nobody else really wants to do it, so appreciate who we have.
Young, Graffis, beautiful spike. Preissel can't connect.
That had some serious heat.
And that's what's Marlington's bread and butter. They can beat you with speed, they can beat you with precision, and they can beat you with pace. Marlington, such an impressive team to watch. Bogdanovich sends it over. Wells, Bauer, the give and go with Avery Preissel.
There you go.
And Preissel gets one back.
There you go, Avery.
You make a mistake and you make up for it. Preissel embodied it there.
Yep. Sports does not allow you to dwell on your mistakes. You got to forget about it 3 seconds later like a goldfish and move on to the next play.
Coach Miocinovich giving some instructions. He might be one of the most calmest coaches given the situation. Young behind Graffis, skied Wells, off the girls basketball championships banner, and that will make it a 1-point game.
And speaking of the banners here, this is a really nice gym. Very nice gym here in Alliance.
And the Len Dawson picture, rest in peace to the late great Len Dawson. An Alliance hero back in the day. Sent over by Graffis. Bauer returns with the right hand. She has such great skill with her returns. Wells, Bauer behind. Avery Preissel returns. Graffis plays it forward. It's going to be a tough play. Young able to execute. Preissel trails back, gets it. Orzek tries her hand. Sarshone bumps. The set from Young. Graffis from the logo returns. Bauer back line. Wells gets Orzek, who's open. Tips it over. We continue. Young, Hilliard. Sarshone's turn. It's blocked in the net. Hilliard keeps it alive. The sequence continues. Now at about 30 seconds. Bauer, Orzek, can Holy Name finally win it? Sarshone keeps it alive. The give and go with Young finally beats the Namers. We are tied at 16.
Fantastic rally.
Danica Sarshone putting on a show in front of the Sarshone student section. Graffis sends it over. Jurek Bauer, the give and go with Forgosh, defended nicely by Garefis. Tipped over lightly, Wells. Bauer plays it back, Breisel, and the point goes to Marlington. A double hit for the first time in a little while. The Dukes lead. And now a timeout called by Coach Miosinovic. He wants to talk things over. Marlington storms back. It's 17-16 Dukes in set number 1. The Namers fighting, but down by 1. Marlington, what a comeback from the Dukes. It's 17-16 in set number 1. You are watching Marlington versus Holy Name Volleyball live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, your official streaming partner of Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance, Alliance High School, and Marlington High School. Bauer plays it to Orzak. A point here from the Namers, ties it back up. Young, Sarshone for the cushion. She gets it. Danica Sarshone continues to shine in regionals.
Okay, we got to stop this run here.
A point from the Dukes would probably be enough to seal set number 1, given how well they play in these scenarios. Bauer, Orzak, they need a point, and Orzak delivers.
Great choice, great choice.
Orzak has played tremendously. Didn't really play all too much last year. I think some people thought she should have been a larger part of what Coach Miosinovic's girls were doing last year, and she proved it this year.
Yep, and you see her just getting better and better and better, and our team has played better as Allie has stepped up her game.
Beautiful block by the Namers, Orzak and Vavro, 2 softball stars combined. Danya forward, Bauer, Allie Orzak is blocked at the net, a tough play. Sarshone sneaks it over, Vavro gets it. Hilliard and Young keep it alive. Marlington almost having some miscommunication. Danya can't get it cleanly, and that gives the Dukes the point. Substitution. Danya, the freshman, she's had a tough time adjusting to life in the playoffs. She will sub out along with Alyssa Forgosh.
Big point here. Athletic Director Rich Kozub loves to talk about first 1 to 10, first 1 to 20.
Battershell sends it over. Orzak can't get it. Jurek dives. Not enough. Marlington in the 20s. What a response by the girls in orange and white. This is Marlington volleyball. They can beat you a number of ways. Battershell sends it over to Rich. Going back to that Glen Oak game, that was something I said needed to be corrected for the playoffs, and this is why. Take away a couple of bad serves, you're looking at 22-16.
Correct, yep. We'll take them. Kenzie Watson back into the game, another junior.
Another tall face for Holy Name in the front line. Can't get it there. The point goes to the home team on the scoreboard. 21-18. Wells giving instructions. Jurek coaching up her teammates as well. Jurek and Bauer, the 2 seniors on the court. Hilliard sends it over. Orzak, Bauer, the give and go with Watson. Watson known for those peeling runs. Doesn't get it to go. Blocked. Bogunovic's efforts kept in the air by the Namers. Orzak tips. Tries to be better. Shell, but cannot. Hilliard, Sarshone, the light tap. Orzak keeps it alive. But Bauer can't connect with Watson. Marlington up by 4.
They got momentum. They've been on a nice little run here. Good call for the timeout.
And that will be the second and final timeout Coach Miocinovich can use. If you're just tuning in, the Namers started off hot in set number 1, but Coach Tortola, one of the best timeouts called probably in the entire tournament, brings the Dukes back. What adjustments have you seen Marlington make?
Well, they seem to put one person right behind that front line, so when we try to do the little finesse shot over the top, they have somebody right there. So although the finesse shot was working early on, I would say in the last maybe about 7 or 8 points, I've seen the Dukes being able to save that shot.
And another thing, we really didn't see Kenzie Watson making that peeling run. That was what she was known for last year. Started going straight and kind of curled as if she was about to round the bag in a baseball diamond and then make the hit. And that was so hard to hit.
Yes.
But tonight, Marlington, they have been able to defend it well. 22-18, the Dukes lead. Hilliard getting ready to serve. Her dad, the athletic director at Marlington, behind her. Almost an ace. Orzak keeps it alive. Vavro, the response. It's blocked, and it falls in Namer territory, but they give the point to Holy Name. I don't know.
That was a tough one to call. I'm glad I'm not a line judge. It looked like we got one there, but we'll take it.
I was about to say,
they have a better view. They have a better view than us, but we will take that one, I guess.
Definitely. Holy Name will take it. Bogdanovich trying to get the response. A tip at anything, and they get it.
That's a good call.
Definitely.
We tipped it. We tipped it.
And at this point in the set, that is a tough call to make if you are a line judge, but it's the correct call. Going back to you against CVCA in 23 at the clock, you had to be honest with that one.
One of my toughest moments in high school athletics that day.
Hilliard playing it to Greffis, blocked by Vavro and Watson. Bogdanovich tries again and gets it. Marlington at set point. The Dukes 1 point away from sealing a dicey set number 1.
The Dukes came flying back.
Sent over by Sarshawn. Afreitas can't get it cleanly. Bauer. Wells gets it over to keep the sequence and the set alive. Greffis tips it. That's all she wrote for set number 1. The Dukes win it 25-19. Great response by Marlington. Did everything right after the first timeout called by Coach Tortola. Now Coach Miocinovich needs to get back to the drawing board. What do you think he is telling his girls right now in the huddle?
I've heard him talk a few times in the huddle, and I bet he's probably saying, ladies, it's 0-0 right now, right? But to not worry about the first set at all, but it's 0-0. Communication is the key for this group. When they communicate well, they play well.
They definitely do. Some things to note for Holy Name upcoming. Mika Bells was just at the OHSAA State meet. Do not have the results of that offhand. But Holy Name Broadcasting, their next broadcast, from what I took from last night, is November 10th. I could be wrong. It is the hockey game against Rocky River.
Hockey starts out this Sunday with their first preseason game against Benedictine. I believe 2 o'clock at Cleveland Heights. But that'll get us some good work. And next thing you know, we're rolling along in November, December for high school hockey, which is one of my all-time favorite high school sports.
Not much hockey out here, so I have to come back home for some. The two that I am doing as of right now, you got the game against Amherst on November 22nd and the Padua game on November 23rd. I'm looking forward to both of those games. Padua graduated a lot of talented players last year. Yuri especially, he was a heartbeat of that team.
Yeah, Padua graduated a lot, but we'll be playing the second night, back-to-back, which is always tough on the legs, especially earlier on in the season. But, like the football game this year, the girls' soccer game this year, who knows what's going to happen? The team, that is one of those moments where the team that wants it more and clicking probably going to come out with the win. So that's a great start to the season. Rocky River, Amherst, Padua, real good start.
And as for you Alliance folk, the first game as of right now you'll get from me for winter sports. It's a doubleheader. there will probably be a game on December 6th, a Friday, but the Saturday, 1:15 in this building, it'll be Alliance versus Minerva girls basketball, and then packing it all up and making a 20-minute drive to Canton to see Alliance boys basketball take on Glen Oak, 6:45 tip.
I will tell you something new with our league this year. There are at least 3 girls varsity, boys varsity back-to-backs on Friday nights. So instead of a freshman JV varsity combination, it'll be girls varsity and boys varsity. So it should be interesting to see how those go.
One of the first of those being Holy Name versus CVCA on December 20th, 5:30 for the girls and 7 p.m. for the boys. And speaking of the Royals, Darren Peterson just committed to Kansas, a former Royal, and then he transferred to Huntington Prep, and then I forget where he went since then, but he is at his 3rd school. But for Holy Name, the first basketball game I should have right now is Holy Name Strongsville at Cleveland Heights, a great rematch from last year's overtime thriller, and then I'm making a 30-minute drive from here to Canfield on December 3rd.
Canfield, who we saw in the state semis in football a few years back. We see in lacrosse every year.
It's a good rivalry. Orzak gets us underway for set number 2. Young up to Bogunovich. Played back by Afraidis Bauer. The give and go with Genevieve. Gets the point for the Namers. The green and white lay up the scoreboard first in set number 2. Bread and butter. The give and go. The Namers have executed it perfectly this afternoon so far. Young. Sarshone, it's blocked, and it rolls on the net. Marlington ties it up. With the power of Danica Sarshone, it is tough to deal with plays like that at the net. You can get a fingertip on it, yes, but where that ball is going to go, your guess is as good as mine.
She is hitting it with power, with pace.
Speaking of it, Afraidis makes Sarshone do it.
On cue, Afraidis delivers. And I'll tell you, it's really amazing to see just her air time. She's not the tallest girl out there, but man, she can sky.
So far this year, Afraidis, 280 kills, 4 aces, 39 blocks, 76 digs, and 5 assists through 74 sets. Young.
Jen Afraidis reminds me a bit of Zaylee Kessler. That 5'7" range, but can absolutely sky.
Battershell, Young picks out Graffis, the light tip, and Graffis beats Afraidis.
The reoccurring shot right now.
Graffis so far in the year, 463 kills, 56 aces, 30 blocks, 277 digs, and 7 assists through 86 sets. She's the first ever member of the 1,000 kill club at Marlington, and also holds the record for most kills in a single game. Beautiful kill on the far side from Watson. The run is potent once again.
That's the run you talked about. Perfect location.
She did it so well last year. We were expecting it to get better, and it really has. I mean, looking at last year, you lost 1 player and then ended up being 2 since someone didn't return.
Yep.
That was in the fold. Yep. You lost Sydney Wenzel and Tessa Vincent, but now, look at the team. They're a lot better than last year.
Yep.
That play, tough one to deal with. But looking at last year to this year, a lot of adjustments have been made and a lot of new personnel, and that has really helped.
Yeah, and the personnel, and when you can see these girls clicking together with the leadership, some of the girls who don't play a bunch, they're super positive on the bench, and that helps. That goes a long way. Instead of thinking about my playing time, you start thinking about us, and you can see how it carries on with the team. If you ask the girls, who's the best at giving motivational speeches, it's Alicia Murray, right? If you're having a bad moment, Lily Jurick's picking you up. So there's girls over there, Cindy Vieira having a great time over there. It helps keep you loose and having fun, and you got to have fun playing sports.
And another point for the Dukes. Looking back to last year, it looked like a lot of that me last year. But as you say, Alicia Murray, a talented player. But when your competition to get into the lineup is Cassie Bauer, there's only so much you can do.
Yep. Sometimes you are good, and you just get as much playing time as you want, right? And you tip your cap to somebody who's really good.
And speaking of that, Rosalind McCarty, the first time we call her name, gets up and gets a huge block for the Dukes, putting them up by 3. I don't know how trigger-happy Coach Miocinovich will be with a timeout, but I expect one soon. Preisel Bauer the bump, plays it back. Freitas had to go out of her way to get it, but keeps it alive. Miscommunication. McCarty wasn't expecting it. It was intended for Grafis, but the point goes to the Namers. And speaking of Lily Jurek being one of the hype women of the team, if you will, back on to serve.
Yep. Excellent server. Good for morale. Excellent student.
Jurek sends it over. Young, Grafis. And what a play by Bauer to keep it alive.
Geez.
Wells gets it over. Young. Grafis goes again, lightly taps it, and this time the Namers can't get there. Price still the closest.
We're seeing a lot of those light taps right over the top of the line there.
I say this a lot when calling Mount Union volleyball. The best teams, whether it be high school, OHSAA, Division I, they can do two things well. Spike the ball with power and place the ball perfectly.
And Marlington has been placing it perfectly.
And that is what they are known for. Orzak the tap. Young. The libero Hilliard plays it forward. Danica Sarshone, plenty of zip, plenty of power, and it's another point for the Dukes. This is Marlington volleyball at their finest, and here is the timeout from Coach Mijosinovich. He wants to talk things over. What went wrong in the first 12 serves of set number 2 for Holy Name?
I think the soft touch, as you mentioned, that soft touch shot's working very well. And that first set, we played very well. And unfortunately, Marlington played a little bit better. And sometimes when you didn't play well and you come on the second set playing better, right, you get your confidence back. Right now, we're playing pretty well and not seeing the results on the scoreboard.
And as well, you can see the Marlington student section on your screen. They came out in numbers today. Once again, the student section sponsored by Sarshone Auto Group. They do so much in the local area. I work for Q92. Every broadcast you hear this is high school football on Q92radiosports.com presented by the Sarshone Auto Group. Every week you hear that little bit from the Sarshone Auto Group. They are Marlington. They embody it. I can even say Sarshone Auto Group is the official logo of Alliance, not even one of the high schools. They are everywhere, and they do so much for the community, and so does Danica Sarshone. But the neighbors get back on track.
Allie Orzak, nice.
Talked about her a lot on Thursday. I was good friends with her brother, Johnny, while at Holy Name. He is off in military training right now. I said it then, I'll say it again. The Orzak family has so much to be proud of.
Yes, congratulations to John Orzak, Big Johnny O, for making it through training. And it was great to see him up at Holy Name a couple weeks ago, and we wish him nothing but the best in the Coast Guard.
Marlington gets the point. But going back to that, whenever I see a reel pop up from Johnny O, I am one, scared, but two, happy to see him. 9-5, Marlington leads through 14 serves in set number 2. 1-0 Marlington lead overall. The winner of this game plays on November 7th in the Final Four, I believe at Butler, which is in the Dayton area. I could be wrong at the school, but still around 3 hours away from here. Orzak hits it over. The whistle blows. The neighbors are celebrating, and they get the point.
And we'd like to say number 12, Regan Vavro, a rare two-sport athlete, volleyball and softball. A lot of times you see these volleyball girls just playing one sport. Regan, an outstanding softball player as well, great pitcher.
And you have to mention Victoria Scheiben. Wishing her the best still on her recovery, hoping to see her in softball season. Sarshone hits it over. Jurek keeps it alive. What a play by number 5. Young picks out McCarty. McCarty taps. Bauer skies it. Wells. Orzak gets open. It's blocked back and skied once again by Bauer. Wells picks out Watson. Watson a tip. Young keeps it in play. Hilliard, Gravis from the A. Wells forward. The set from Bauer. The light tap from Orzak. Battershell. Young. Cross court. Sarshone off the antenna. The point goes to the neighbors, but that was completely set up by Lily Jurek.
Absolutely. Fantastic, Lily. Fantastic. Back to Victoria Scheiben. Yep, wish her well and recuperating, and also just what an outstanding family the Scheiben family is. We've been blessed to have Scheiben's coaching, Scheiben's going to Holy Name High School, playing sports for us. It's been fantastic, and we appreciate their presence at Holy Name.
Definitely. Scheiben has done so much for me in my career, getting me my first paid gig with Explosive, where I'm actually at tomorrow for a softball tournament. Strikeout Cancer doing a little promo highlight video for them.
Fantastic. Great people.
100%. 10-7, Marlington leads. Hilliard sends it over. Jurek skies it. Can't get it cleanly. It's an ace for the libero. And speaking of the Hilliard family, once again, her dad, the athletic director, in year one, taking over the athletic department at Marlington. He has done a tremendous job. Him and Mr. Goodman, who are standing next to each other right now, both do an excellent job with their programs, especially Mr. Goodman. He's also the football coach at Alliance. Young picking out Sarchon. Sarchon the hit. Bauer the late hit. That was going out of play. A rare mistake from Cassie Bauer puts Marlington up by 5.
Again, good pace on that shot. Tough play to make for Cassie.
There was a chance it would have stayed in play, but I don't think it would have. Orzek, Bauer, Vavro. What a powerful spike from Reagan Vavro.
Night.
She's going back in the locker to last year, pulling that one out.
Good night.
Haven't really seen that as much as we did last year, but she brings it right back.
That's a no-doubter.
Retro Reagan is back.
Oh my gosh.
Orzak skims it off the net. The dive keeps it in play. Young block and the miscue.
There you go. There's 2 in a row. Keep it going, Green Wave.
If you're watching this as a neutral and looking at the seeds, you have to be very confused right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, they changed the seeding a few years back where you could pick which district you went to, and you know, they started instead of just seeding teams in one local area, it started to get bigger and bigger in regards to the region that you were in. So the seeding's a little tough to figure out nowadays because, I mean, we're an hour and 25 minutes away from here. You know, don't get a chance to see some of these schools in this area where in the old system you got to see everybody fairly regularly.
It helps a lot that Marlington plays against the whole Federal League, essentially. That's an ace from the Dukes. Do we see a second timeout soon from Coach Miocinovich? We do see Lily Jurek up off the bench giving some encouragement as usual. But Coach Miocinovich still calm. Orzek, Bauer the set. Afraidus, we need a point.
Oh, jeez.
What a return by Sarchon. It was accidental, but perfect.
Return that hammer, jeez.
Graffis tips it. Bauer kept it alive. Orzak, Afraidus the push. Bogunovich plays forward. Young, Graffis, and the point goes to the Namers. A double hit. We've seen that a lot lately.
Yep. Again, Mr. Kozub, Rich Kozub, talking about first one to 10, first one to 20. Let's try to get to that 20 mark first here, 14 to 10. We have been playing better since our first time out.
And timeouts, it's huge. I compare it to a mound visit in baseball. It gives the team a chance to regroup and a chance to make some tactical changes.
There we go.
Bogunovich unable to get a clean read. The Namers are back within 3.
Hayden, sophomore serving. She's had a really solid year.
And the libero position has been rotated by so many players over the past couple of years. There's really been no mainstay, but now the mainstay appears to be number 6.
Yes. And you have 2 more years with Hayden, which is fantastic.
One heck of an athlete. Afraidus, what power, and what a kill! Actually, no, they're gonna say it went out. Wow! Oh! I don't know about that one.
That was a rocket.
A rocket.
Jenna Frady smashed that one.
Instead of 14-12, it's 15-11.
Wow.
A huge call. Marlington kind of feels like they got away with one. Afraidus this time gets it over, sneaking it.
Wow.
The tip from Graffis gets the point. 16-11. What a difference that call makes.
Wow.
And a timeout, Coach Miocinovich.
That shot gave us some more momentum, and then it deflated us just as quickly.
I think everyone on Holy Name's side thought that that was a kill from Afraidus.
I mean, in defense of everybody here, boy, that was a rocket. That was an absolute rocket.
And you can see inside Marlington's huddle. What do you think Coach Tortola is telling her girls right now, up 16-11 in set number 2?
Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Don't be complacent, right? You got to keep going, keep going. You haven't won anything yet, right? And that's the hard thing. Don't get too excited about a 5-point lead right now. Keep staying the course and keep doing what you're doing.
And And now we look at Coach Mijosinovic in his huddle. What did he just tell Holy Name?
You're gonna have to shake that off, right? In or out, keep going. We can't change a call. Keep going and keep communicating. I think you could see a little deflation there, but again, hopefully this timeout picks us back up, brings up the energy again.
If there is room in the schedule, I suggest Holy Name takes on half of the EBC. Which teams? I want Marlington, I want West Branch, and I would say even a Salem too. Maybe Alliance if they can get some things back in gear. Carrollton, maybe. Minerva, no.
Yeah. And speaking of schedule, I believe we have the second toughest schedule in Division 4 this year.
I believe it, given our conference alone.
Yeah.
Watson the run, and Watson the kill!
There you go.
Here's a Watson Cleveland can cheer for.
Kenzie Watton with a great shot. Now here comes in Avery Preisel.
And as well, looking over by where Avery is serving, a lot of namers coming out today, more than we saw in the Norton game. But you can't get it over the net. Marlington up 18-12.
Well, the problem with the Norton game, a lot of students, if the game's at 8, they're going to get back home 11:30, 11:45 on a school night. I think if that had been maybe like a 6 o'clock game, we would have had a really nice turnout.
And the 6 o'clock game had a tremendous turnout. Ashley Beulah Edgewood even sent a fan bus of their students. Bauer running, keeps it in play. Forgosh returns.
Really nice placement by Alyssa Forgosh.
Graffis hesitated, somehow gets it over before going in the stands. The white tap from Forgosh gets the job done.
I'll tell you what, Alyssa Forgosh with a really nice rally there. Nice job. 2 nice shots.
And a couple of Forgoshes have gone through Holy Name besides Alyssa.
Got to see Richard the other night and catch up with him after the game. Great to see Richard doing well.
And her dad in attendance. I used to actually work with him. Long story. Back when I worked at St. Colette's, he also works maintenance there.
I did not know that.
That's why you keep me around, Mr. Ronco. Orzak hits it over. It's blocked and it stays in play. A tremendous use of height by the Dukes.
Speaking of St. Colette's, we really appreciate them allowing us, along with Father Tim Grocho, allowing us to use St. Colette's for our junior and senior retreats this year. Really appreciate it. That relationship was started with Father Krisner, and now with his passing, Father Tim Groh has been nice enough to allow us to use the great facilities at St. Colette's in Brunswick.
Bauer keeping it in play. Cross court, Orzak, 2-hand shove, forces almost an error. Doringo keeps it alive as Sarshone gets it over. Forgosh again. She's becoming more and more important in this match, especially in set number 2. Young, Sarshone, well, skies it, Bauer sprints. Preisel had a bad read, but is able to return. Hilliard, the set from Young, goes. Doringo, the dive from Wells. What a play.
Wells.
Preisel gets it to go. Young, cross court, Sarshone, to end it, she does.
Hayden Wells completely flying in the air to make that play.
20-13, Marlington back to their best. Lainey Graffis, the star, going to YSU next year, sends it over, gets it back quickly. Young, McCarty, off the net, Jarrett keeps it alive, and that's all she wrote. 21-13 Marlington. Marlington can feel a second consecutive trip to the Final Four.
And
Bauer, cross court. Orzak, what a kill by Allie-O!
There you go, Allie.
Orzak keeping the Namers alive. But looking at Marlington in the playoffs over the past couple of years, last year lost in the Final Four 3-1 to Mercy McKaylee. In 22, lost in the regional semis to Bay 3-1. And in 2021, lost in the district finals to Lake Catholic 3-0.
And that was Bay's trip to states that year.
Yes, it was. Bay Village had a tremendous team that year.
Absolutely.
And in soccer, they continue to be a powerhouse. Graffis sends it over the tip. Nice job at the net by the hitters, especially Vavra, the middle hitter. Returned by Danya.
That Bay Village team, I believe, had two Tenoroviches on the team, which are Holy Name families from the early 90s.
Orzak keeps it alive. Bauer sends it over. Graffis goes up high and keeps it. Sarshone, Orzak, Bauer the set. Alio gets it back. It's blocked. Dynia, Bauer, Vavro. And we continue a tremendous sequence, but it's the push of dreams that erupts excitement from the Duke faithful.
Tip your cap on a great, great placement shot.
22-14, Marlington leads 3 points away from sealing set number 2. Claire Battershell sends it over. Latifin commit. Bauer, Orzak too rich. Looking at the commits on these teams, Griffiths going to YSU, Claire Battershell going to Tiffin, and Cassie Bauer committing to Heidelberg. And it hits off Jurek trying to get out of the way. A gift to Marlington puts them at set point.
The movement on that ball, nothing you can do about that one.
I thought this was volleyball, not dodgeball.
I was at Cleveland Stadium when the ball hit off Jose Canseco's head for a home run. Playing right field, Jose.
Marlington with a point here can end the set. Jurek forward, Bauer, Vavro the tip, Battershell, Young, Sarshone ends it. Danica Sarshone continues her tremendous afternoon. 2-0 Marlington, 25-14 in set number 2. The Namers down to their final life. The Cinderella story can come to an end here. We will step aside. 2-0 Marlington through 2. '23 was the first time the Marlington Dukes took home a regional championship. This afternoon, they can repeat the feat. It's 2-0 Dukes over the Namers live at Harry Fales Gymnasium. Nathan Smee, Mr. Kevin Anko on the call with me. Mr. Anko, I'll toss it to you. What needs to happen from the Namers in this set?
Don't think about being down 2-0. Think about each point, winning each point, and if you make it 2-1, and maybe make them feel a little bit uncomfortable, put them in a battle that they haven't really been in too many times this year. But just 1 point at a time.
25 points for Marlington, and they march to the Final Four and have a chance to win states for the first time in program history. Greffis, Young, the give and go, Bogdanovich, blocked by Orzak. Beautiful play by number 8. Return, Greffis, Preissel, cross court, Bauer to Orzak, Sarshone skies, batter shell bumps, returned by Greffis, blocked immediately by Vavro, as the Dukes are able to get it over this time with more
There you go.
ease as
There you
Vavro
go.
gets us going. Reagan Vavro has rolled back the clock and has become more of a spiker this afternoon.
Oh, it's once she gets it, it's over.
And we'll look for some score updates around the grounds. A lot of big games. Mags, Joes, Hoban, Gilmore. And that's just volleyball. Captain play, beautiful play by Cassie Bauer. We see Brody Boyer, the former namer, up with the Holy Name students on the balcony.
And if anybody wants to text either Nathan or I how Mika Bayless did at States for Cross Country, we will announce it here on the
please
broadcast. If somebody could text us with any update.
We're looking at an Aaron Riley for this kind of thing. Young, back, Greffis, plenty of power. Holy Name can't deal with it. Almost did, but Lady Greffis waddles Marlington back to a tie. Score update from Columbus. Mount Union up 23-0 over Capital at the half. Another slow start from Mount Union in their own respect. As an ace for the Dukes, put them up 2-1. But we've seen it a couple times this year from Mount Union. A slow start against Otterbein. I think 7-0 at half. You saw Heidelberg, I think it was last week. No, ONU last week. A slow start, and then this week, 23-zip. A good start, but still, we'll probably see more from Coach Dart and company. Hilliard, Young, lines up Bogdanovich. Plenty of power,
beautiful.
Wells skies it.
Nice job, Hayden.
Orzak block, return, Greffis, the kill. Is it in play? No, it's not. Almost a beautiful play, gifted to Lady Greffis, but she just couldn't keep it in play. And Lady Greffis, her dad, one of the staff members at Alliance on game day. He is across from us. He looked at me for a brief moment. He has been excellent to work with. The first broadcast I did at Alliance, he helped move the table from across the gym, set it up, anything we needed. So a shout out to Mr. Greffis for all he does.
So we just got a text from superfan Mr. Joe Kuchera, proud Holy Name grad. Personal record, PR for Mika today. Mika Bayless with a 16-13 at the state meet. Congratulations, Mika, on a fantastic season, and to the entire team. Coach Kyle and the rest of the boys, we had a fantastic cross-country season, and we look forward again to next year with several guys coming back. And thank you, Joe Kuchera, Booster President, for giving us the update.
Definitely thanking you, Mr. Kuchera. The Namers trying to fight back. 4-2 Marlington. Gianna Bogdanovich so far this year, 195 kills, 51 aces, 33 blocks, 51 digs, and 5 assists. This time she can't get it over. The Namers are back within one. Forgosh in, Vavro out.
And here's the moment. 4-3, Marlington. Little bit of struggles right now. You gotta go on a little run here. A little 3, 4, 5 point run.
Wells sends it over. Greffis, Young, the setup, the give and go with Greffis, almost fools of Freitas, and Wells somehow on the ground returns. Greffis hits it over. Bauer forward, no one home. As the outside hitter, Marlington takes the point. For the viewers, once again from Alliance, stay tuned for a formal announcement of our coverage for winter sports. We could have some new teams coming into the fold. We could have some new sports coming into the fold. It'll all depend on how things work out. Maybe some interviews too. A lot to look forward to this winter. Watson hits it over. Young, Hilliard the bump up to Sarshone. and Sarshaw hits it out of play. Good decision. I think that was Orzak in the back line, just backing away from the ball and making sure she didn't get hit.
Excellent choice, Allie. Excellent.
You look at the scoreboard, 25-19, 25-14. That does not at all represent how close this has been. Kreisel sends it over. Graphics Young, the light tip from Durango kept alive. Afreitas gets it after Wells gets out of the way. Young, Graphics from the A, blocked by Afreitas and Forgosh. Their height continues to be key for the Namers. Bauer behind, Afreitas the tap.
There you go.
Gets the point, we're tied.
Good spot, Jen.
Making the opponent uncomfortable is huge in the sport of volleyball, no matter what level. That was perfectly executed. Forgosh and Afreitas the block. That was the main point of that play.
Here we go.
Graphics, McCarty bumps it over. Wells, Bauer, Afreitas.
Oh.
What a dig by Young. Durango, Wells plays it towards the right side, returned by Afreitas.
There we go.
And Sarshon can't get it to go. The Namers retake the lead.
Finally, some unforced errors helping us out.
Sarshon, a rare error from her as well. She has been elite so far today and in the tournament. Kreisel sends it over. Hilliard, Young lines it up. Durango gets through Bauer, but not through Kreisel. Afreitas, a chance to make it a 2-point lead. Can't do so. Beautiful block and a double hit. Ties it up.
I'll tell you what, Hayden Wells is a heck of an athlete.
100%. She is averaging 5 digs a set, 399 entering play today. But a lot of young talent on this Holy Name team. But the key thing will be replacing number 16 next season. Hit over by Afreitas and the point goes to the Namers. And another thing to look at when you look at the Namers lineup, there are times where you have 5 hitters, mainly outside hitters, in the lineup with the libero or Cassie Bauer as a setter. Even Bauer moving up to the front line on occasion. Coach Miocinovich does not play a typical volleyball formation by any means. Young, Graphics, unable to connect. The Namers up by 2. Now the question is, can they keep the game going this way?
Again, 1 point at a time, 1 point at a time. And if it's 2-1, let's see how Alliance Marlington can respond.
It's an ace for Jurek!
Oh, Lily Jurek, perfect place.
That could not have been any better place.
That was outstanding.
You need a player like Lily Jurek on your team, able
Yep.
to will
Smart.
the unit back in.
Smart players.
Jurek goes back and just misses the back line. Now Marlington, with possession, needs to get the spark rekindled. Jackson Hilliard, the senior, getting ready. She serves. Wells digs, Bauer sets, Forgosh spikes, and the Namers benefit.
Okay, first 1 to 10, step 1, here we go.
Can we see Mr. Kozub turn into an assistant coach Kozub?
I know Mr. Kozub has played his fair share of volleyball in the past. Basketball, volleyball. Mr. Kozub's an athlete, and now we're fortunate to have him as our athletic director.
And during Spirit Week, a pop star. On a play on the tip, the Dukes take the point. Holy Name leads a very similar spot to where they were going back to the opening frame. Sarshon sends it over. Jurek, Bauer finds Bambro, plenty of power, and the point for the Namers. 11-8, a good lead. Can they keep it going? They need to keep it going in this direction. We need more momentum. The students on the balcony right by Holy Name's side, they want something to cheer for. Hilliard, Young, Bogdanovich. What a kill by Gianna Bogdanovich!
That was lights out.
The junior continues to dominate off the bench. It doesn't matter who Marlington has out there. I'll go back to what I said on Thursday. You can stop one, but you cannot stop them all. That serve going into the net. The Namers keep a 3-point advantage. But I'll tell you what, Mr. Uncle, I am looking forward to baseball season coming back and doing around half the schedule for the team. I'm excited for that.
I would just like to say something. Harry Frank is one of your pitchers, and he is a baseball guy. And the injuries, the hurt that he played through this football season has been nothing short of amazing for me. To have the groin issue, the back issue, and to fight through those and continue to play for your team has been unbelievably admirable. You're never asking somebody to get hurt, but Harry Frank able to play through the pain and make some great plays for us.
And you can see over on Holy Name's side of things, their fans, just moments ago, they were getting loud. It sounded like Mr. Joe Kuchera was in the building with us.
Get out. He's
they
everywhere.
Got loud. All the stomping.
Kucheras are everywhere.
But during this timeout, Marlington trying to do what they did back in set number 1. Coach Tortola, most likely a very similar message to what she told her girls going back to set number 1.
Yeah. 0-0. You got to think of it as 0-0. Forget about being up 2-0. Because if you start concentrating on being up 2-0, might be 2-2 before you know it. Stay the course. Mentally tough.
13-9, the Namers with possession. Allie Orzak getting ready, sends it over.
Nice movement on that serve by Allie.
Young, Bogdanovich going for yet another kill, can't get it there. Wells forward, Kenzie Watson, plenty of zip, too much on it.
Just a bit too much, just a bit.
And if you can't tell, my voice is starting to short out. This is, what is it, going back Wednesday game, 2 on Thursday, 1 yesterday. This is my 5th game in the span of 4 days.
Well, I just want to say thank you because I'm sure there are aunts, uncles, grandparents, and cousins who can't make it out to Alliance.
What a kill by Genevieve Freitas!
Wow. But for people who can't make out to the game, you have no idea how much it means to people to be able to watch their family and friends.
It's paying it back to my alma mater. I kind of joked before the game, it's my alma mater version of the school 10 minutes down the road at the house of my employer. So what do you root for in that case? What a block by Forgotten.
You root for
You
root for 5 sets.
You root for 5
you
sets.
You root for 5 sets.
And 5 sets would be a great result. Holy Name up by 5. Something different about set number 3. A nice serve from Wells, beautifully executed, played back. Hilliard gets it over. Wells. Bauer, the set, picks out Kenzie Watson.
There you go.
And what a put down by Kenzie Watson.
Here's a nice little run, folks.
And there's the stomping returning once again. Timeout, Coach Tortola.
Yeah.
And you can hear the stomping. Namer Nation getting loud today. What changed? Clearly something about this team is different from sets number 1 and 2. But what exactly is it?
It looks to me like we're covering those soft touch shots better this time around. We benefited from a few earlier unforced errors by Marlington, but the last 4 or 5 points has been us really, really hustling and making some nice kill shots here.
But the Namers, they have looked really good in set number 3. Once again, the winner will play in the Dayton area on November 7th in the state Final Four. The Namers, they haven't been there in a little while. Looking at their recent results last year, a sectional final loss against Blue West at Padua, 2022. Lost regional semis 3-1 to NDCL. In 2020, lost in the district semis 3-2 against number 20 Hoban when we were the 2 seed. Last time in the Final Four, 2019, a 3-2 loss against Highland. Not the team from Medina. Beautiful block and kill! Genevieve Freitas gets up and puts it down!
We're on the run, folks. Enjoy the run.
And going back before 2019, 2018, that was the year that you still have, I believe in your classroom, unless you got rid of it, a program from that season. And it's an ace for the Namers!
Oh, did you see that placement?
That was perfect
Yikes.
from Hayden Wells.
Oh, what do you do with that?
Marlington can't believe it.
Sophomore Hayden Wells playing fantastic today.
Marlington still not accustomed to this scenario. Graffis
There
puts
you
it
go.
down. And it's out of play.
There
The
you
Neighbors
go.
lead by 9.
Come on, first one to 20. Come on, first one to 20.
And you still hear it, the Namer fans getting loud. This is Namer Nation at its finest. Just missing a lot of people.
Oh,
White serve. The Namers getting crafty with their serves.
and speaking of the state championship, Kelly Lynch's soft serve was just unbelievable.
Graffis hits it over. Orzak forward to scramble. Freitas back. Bauer calls it. The setter returns. McCarty mistimes, able to get it over. Bauer, Watson the run. Watson able to get it back. Amaya Sickles forward. Graffis. And that gets the point.
I've never seen a soft touch serve like our alum Kelly Lynch had during our playoff runs in our state championship.
And that was a beautiful hit from Amaya Sickles. Really have not called her name, but that just shows how many players on this Marlington team can play a huge role.
Yeah, they're deep. This team is deep.
And so is Holy Name. Freitas puts the Namers in the 20s.
Up 9, folks. Up 9. Come on.
This is not the time to look at the scoreboard. The class of 2025, they want at least one more set. Avery Preisel sends it over, and it's too shallow. Possession back with the Dukes, down by 8. Claire Battershell back to serve, has 39 aces this year. The Dukes praying for her 40th. Bauer, afraid of plenty of power.
Geez.
Battershell run up.
Jen Afraides. Yikes.
Last year she played with a little bit of reservation. This year, all reservation out the window. She doesn't care. She is going for the power.
There is no reservation on that nasty hit.
One of the biggest improvers from last year. And Neighbor Nation, the students getting loud. Sarsham, Wells returns. Hilliard, Young, McCarty to tip. Bauer keeps it alive. Wells, Orzak, the light tap. Battershell able to do the business this time. Sarsham, Forgosh, and Bauer get a piece. The give and go. Alio, McCarty hits it forward. No return. The Neighbors up by 10. Who saw this coming for set number 3? Lily Jurek back for Holy Name.
You've rattled the student section, folks.
I mean, counting them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students up there. One of them doesn't even go to Holy Name anymore.
Well, I like seeing the students mixed in, sitting by their parents and their family members.
Brenda
That's what I love to see, you know?
Brendan with Victoria over on that side.
Not everybody has to sit in the student section. Sit with your family, sit with your friends, sit with your favorite aunt, your favorite uncle.
Bauer, Orzak, it stays on the Namer side. Marlington gets the point. And you know, Mr. Rocco, I did take that one to heart. I did sit with my dad at a ton of games last year.
I absolutely love that. Tomorrow is not promised. Spend as much time as you can with the ones you love. And I know your dad quite well, and he is a good man, and I'd want to sit by your dad if he was mine too.
Jurek, Bauer, Orzak, can Holy Name get back on track? Young, McCarty scrambling, barely gets it over. Bauer punches, perfect.
That's called touch. There you go.
Vavro back in.
Regan Vavro back in, fantastic. Again, 2 sports star Regan Vavro.
The goal right now, take it to a 4th set.
Just win this one and see what happens.
Danya, Young lining it up. Sarsham gets it over the dive, not enough. Marlington back on the board.
Back in comes Allie Forgash here.
We need a strong unit on the court. Looking at who the Namers have. It's Preisel, Orzak, Jurek, Wells, Vavro, and Bauer. Wells skies it, can't corral. Marlington gets the ace. Timeout, Coach Miocinovich and the Marlington fans. They're getting loud. What a response. Adversity in numbers. Marlington able to somehow claw their way back. They're within an arm's reach of Holy Name. What did the Namers need to do here to shut the door in this set?
Well, I'll tell you what, you got Vanilla Ice Baby on it, or is it Under Pressure? Which one? It's Under Pressure.
I got it right last time. I had to wait. I did the same thing on Thursday.
You can see both girls on both sides getting excited about the music, right? You got it. It's 23-16, 1 point at a time. Don't worry about anything else. Just stick together and communicate right now. 1 point, 1 point only.
The Namers, they just need to do what they were doing well. Marlington, they need to be the Dukes.
What a great environment.
That's what this gymnasium aspires to be. It's very similar to that of Medina. Sarshone sends it over amid the roar. That roar last year helped the Namers immensely from Don Marchetta. Played forward. Gravis is blocked. It is set point in favor of the Namers.
Let's finish it out, ladies. Finish it out.
24-16. Holy Name in the driver's seat. The senior star, the player who has meant so much to Namer volleyball, Cassie Bauer, back deep. Bauer sends it over. A point here does it. Is it an ace? Marlington needs it here. Hilliard does it. Wells, Bauer, Orzak, the light tap. Battershell. Graffis is blocked out of bounds. Marlington has a chance. They definitely do. Sent over by Young. It's out of play. That is all she wrote for set number 3. The Namers have a chance.
You haven't had a lot of matches 3-0. 2-1. Let's see how they respond. I know it took a lot of effort.
We will step aside. The Namers potentially trying to force an upset. It's 2-1 through 3 in favor of the Dukes. overall, but Holy Name potentially causing some shock. 25-17 victors in set number 3. I am Nathan Smee, Mr. Kevin Onko, special guest announcer alongside me. Mr. Onko, what has impressed you about both sides thus far?
Alliance Marlington is a fine-tuned machine. Holy Name High School, getting better and better as the year went on, playing some great volleyball right now, hanging in there after being down 2-0. So it was the outstanding play of Alliance Marlington in the first 2 sets, and then Holy Name's grit, determination to get back in at the last one.
Getting a reverse sweep would be nearly impossible against Marlington, but the Namers look to change that today. All it takes is one result. With a win today, the Dukes improved to 26-1.
Yep, and all you can ask is you give your best, you do your best. And these are tough moments. These big, giant moments with a big crowd, electric atmosphere, it's tough to, stay the course, but both teams have so far. And let's see what happens here in the 4th.
A good comparison for Holy Name in the baseball world, Kenston 23, the state title winners. They didn't have the best regular season, but when it mattered, they provided. Orzak the spike, kept alive. Young back, Travis at the A. Jurek digs, Bauer sets. Orzak taps it over and opens the scoring.
Orzak did
fingers or no tip fingers, she provides.
Orzak was getting her fingers taped in between sets. She's got a hand issue there.
She is going to fight regardless of what happens. She's a fighter, and that is how she was raised. Bauer sends it, but can't get it to go. A good spot, but definitely not enough to get it over. Hilliard getting ready for her serve. 1-all, the senior looking to propel her Dukes back to the Final Four. Hilliard sends it over. Jurek, Bauer, Vavro, the spike blocked back into Namer territory. She goes again. Hilliard able to keep it in play. Graffis eventually gets it. Bauer skies. The Dukes take the lead. Great play by Marlington, forcing a Namer miscue. That is how they will win, and that is how they beat teams. Hilliard sends it over. Jurek, Bauer plays it behind. Watson the run, the push, and the kill. Kenzie Watson, a beautiful run and a beautiful put down. And now the student section seems to have noticed Aiden Butler getting hyped over on the far side. Battershell digs, back to Young, Sarshon returns, and the kill! Danica Sarshon once again shines. When you look at a player of the game, I don't think you have to look past number 13. Afreitas sneaks it over. A close second is the girl who gets it now in Graffis. Wells. Afreitas, can she tie it up? Battershell. Young, cross court. Lady Graffis gets the point. Wells did all she could, but too much zip from number 22. Stay tuned after the game for the trophy presentation for the regional runner-up and the regional champion. It's funny you mentioned that 2021 playoff run. The site where the season ended for Holy Name was Northwest Canal Fulton High School. That's where I was last night. Wells sends it over. Battershell, Young, Lady Graffis, the light tap, and the point. All around contributors for Marlington. Battershell subbing out now. Young. Orzak forward. Afreitas too rich. Going back to Callie Young. 877 assists on the year. She holds the record for most assists in a single game in Marlington volleyball history. Bauer. Watson blocked, kept in play by Bauer. Bogdanovich, almost a point. Can she get it? No. Orzak tries to return, but can't. Great response by the Namers, just falling short Marlington up 7-3, and the timeout is called. Probably the right decision.
Third game, right, get your breath here, get a drink of water, circle the wagons.
They need something. They need a spark. They need a hero. Marlington up 3 in set number 4. (7-3) Marlington in the driver's seat, set number 4. Afraidis. Bauer plays it behind. Kenzie Watson hits it and out of play. Marlington continues to roll. The crowd still as active as ever. Young. Orzek forward. Bauer lines it up. Forgosh gets the roll into Marlington territory. Graffis, the tip. Afraidis. Bauer pushes. Hilliard forward and down the net. The Namers battling. Avery Preisel subbing in the game for Kenzie Watson. 8-4, Holy Name trailing in set number 4. Preisel sends it over, skims off the net, almost an ace, and there it is. Beautiful serve by Avery Preisel, just skimming it over the net and earning the point for the Namers. Preisel sends it over, Hilliard, Young lining it up, Graffis, what a kill from Laney Graffis. (9-5), Marlington leads. And Marlington student section back alive. Lagunovich sends it over, too much power. The Namers take one back. And you can hear the roar from the crowd. Ohio State up 20-13 over the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Jarek. A tip from Graffis, beautifully placed by number 22. That puts the Dukes in double figures. Graffis, she wants one more game. She has her sights set on the Final Four and a state title. Bauer, Forgosh, blocked right back. Danica Sarshone being a huge threat for the Dukes at the net. Sent over, Wells, Bauer. The Namers need a spark, a shove from Orzek. Sarshone, skies, almost rattling us up here. Very close to the camera. We're up here on the second floor.
That was coming right at us this time.
Not at all what we expected on that hit. 12-6 Marlington. Wells, Bauer, Orzek for some life. Sarshone, Young, Durango, no one saw her coming. Dealt with nicely by the Namers. Orzek sneaks it over. Kept alive by Rosalind McCarty. And returned. Graffis, Bauer,
Cassie
skies.
Bowers, nice job, Cassie.
Wells, Orzek, the hit. Going back, kept in play by Hilliard. Returned by Graffis. We go again. Bauer, Forgosh. The cheers getting louder and louder. The tip from Graffis. The skying from Bauer.
I mean,
Wells.
Cassie Bowers all over the place.
Orzek nonchalantly sends it over. Hilliard, Sarshone, not one yet. Preissel has a word.
Nice.
Marlington goes again. Jarek dives, keeps it alive. So does Wells. And so does Preissel. What a job by the Namers. Graffis, Bauer, Wells. Can Elio do it? Hilliard. Young, cross court. Sarshone. We go again. Orzak to end it. She does. The tip off of Hilliard. What a job by the Namers, fighting and clawing. And that is volleyball, team volleyball at its finest. Danya sends it over. Young picks out Sarshone. Preissel dives. Bauer the set. Orzak tipped back. Bauer returns. Young, Hilliard. Sarshone lined up, tips it, and keeps it on the line. Beautiful job by Holy Name to try, but Sarshone, too much. Danya subbing out along with Forgosh. Forgosh maybe for the last time, but I'd be surprised if that was the case. Jarek skies, and it's an ace for the Dukes. It might just be a Marlington Saturday. 11 points separate the Dukes from a spot on November 7th in the Final Four. Claire Battershell sends it over, skims it off the net. Bauer sends it back. Preissel returned. Vavro. Young the set. The hit from McCarty. It's blocked. Orzak and Vavro combined. Sarshone. Cross body. Cross court. The Dukes need 10 to win it. A definite difference maker. Danica Sarshone take a bow. And what's even scarier for opponents, she is only a sophomore. Bauer, Orzak tries to go crossbody, can't get it to go. And a timeout is called. You can make some adjustments, but I don't know if you can take down the Dukes. This just might be their destiny. We will step aside. 16-7, Marlington in the driver's seat. Holy Name needs a hero. They need a spark. They need something. 16-7 Marlington in set number 4. Holy Name down to their final 9 lives. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Mr. Kevin Anko alongside me. Mr. Anko, there's only so much you can say. Is this just Marlington's day and year?
Last year, they know what it's like. They got the experience, and right now they are cruising right now. Green Wave's got to put, and there you go.
Avro puts an exclamation point after the timeout. It's 16-8. The Namers need to roar back.
Yep.
They need a lot to go their way.
Yep. You have no timeouts left.
Bauer plays it. A light tap. Young. Shoved over by Graffis. Wells. Watson gets open, makes the run. Played forward by Graffis. Young and Graffis combined. Skied by Bauer. Jarek runs, keeps it in play, and Wells returns. The Namers still giving it their all. Sarshone taps it. It's beyond the antenna. The Namers take the point.
The difference between the two teams right now is the soft touch shots are falling right over our front line, and Alliance Marlington has really been able to save a lot of those when we've tried the soft touch.
Power sends it over the Namers, still not done. McCarty tips it. Wells keeps it alive, it's still in play, but one too many touches would have been needed. Another tough break. Wells did all she could. The Namers did all she could, but once again, it is a Marlington Saturday. McCarty sends over. Power. Favreau. They get the point. Hilliard on the tip. Puts the Namers in double figures, but maybe a little bit too late. The Namers, they still are in need of their miracle.
Yep, we need a little run here. We need a little 3-4 points in a row.
Orzak sends it over. Young. Lagunovich blocked. Marlington stays on the offensive. Sarshaw blocked down by Afreitas. Genevieve Afreitas continues to block well at the net.
The girls in Sky. 17-11. Couple more points here. Get us back in.
Orzak. Hilliard can't get it cleanly. The return from Sarshaw to Rich.
Here we go, folks. Getting more interesting by the minute.
Marlington, not a comfortable finish by any means. But still plenty of work to do. Orzak sends it over. Battershell, Young, Sarshawn.
There you go.
Play. No, it's not. The Namers get lucky. 17-13. 2 timeouts on the board for the Dukes. I would not be surprised if this is a point for the Namers to see Coach Tortola call time. Bogdanovich blocked. Favreau tripping over Afreitas, keeps it in play. Watson, Hilliard forward. Young picks out Sarshaw. It's blocked, but in Namer territory. Marlington needed that point. They still need some more. 18-13, Marlington leads. Sarshawn skims it up, and that barely gets it over. The tip from Afreitas. Young, cross court. Bogdanovich, I don't think she was the intended target. I think it was Graffis. Afreitas gets it over in the kill. The response is there. The Namer bench is up and loud.
Oh, if we can cut this to 2. If we can cut this to 2 at some point here, pressure starts to switch.
Hayden Wells, all eyes on the sophomore.
Great placement on that serve.
Young, beautiful idea. Too much on the hit from Sickles. 18-15. Coach Tortola lingering. Do we see time? No, we do not. Instead, just an instruction to Amaya Sickles. This will put us within 2. This is what you were talking about, Mr. Ronco.
This is it here. We can make this 18-16.
Kept alive, but not for long. The Dukes continue to keep their distance. Marlington 6 points away from a trip back to the Final Four. Young, Orzak, the Namers need something here. It's Watson, and Watson gets the point. What a finish this will be in set number 4. Watson subbing out Avery Preissel on. That name has meant so much to the Namers. Can she give one more reason as to why? Graffis, Young, the give and go is kept in the air, and miscommunication of Freitas and Bauer combined. The Dukes are in the 20s. 20-16, Marlington still in the driver's seat, but still some work to do. A point here all but does it. Bogdanovich, Preissel, Bauer, Afreitas, Sport Club. Afreitas puts the Namers back within 3. Jurek on in place of Danilo Freitas. Forgosh, Bauer, Orzek, Wells, Kreisel, and Jurek, your 6. Sent over by number 5.
Nice serve.
Good serve from Jurek. Breathes. Kreisel forward. Bauer. Orzek. It stays in Nehmer territory. Bauer. Forgosh the tip. Kept in play by Young. The light tap kept alive. Kreisel. Reaction. Wells dives. And just past the scoring table. Not enough.
That was a big point there.
The Nehmers are doing all they can.
They're scrapping.
It's scrappy volleyball from the girls in green. Jurek, Bauer, Forgosh, blocked, kept alive by Bauer somehow. Young, Doringo, open court, the Nukes lead by 5. That might be it. Moline needs a miracle. Breathes, Kreisel, Bauer just gets it over. Hilliard, Sarshone lined up, sends it over, it's blocked. It's kept up in Nehmer territory. Orzek gets it over. Young, Sarshone, cross body, cross court. The Dukes are up. They need 2. And you can hear the Marlington faithful getting loud. Breathes, Jurek, Bauer, Forgosh the tap, return. Moline, they need a point desperately. Young, behind, Doringo. Kreisel digs. Bauer, Orzek, cross body. Hilliard, Young, can Sarshone get it? Wells dives. Kreisel sprints. Down the final countdown. Marlington needs 1 to book a trip in the Final Four. Cassie, Alyssa, Lily, what is your Nehmer encore? Breathes, Jurek digs, Bauer bumps forward, Orzek gets the hit. Can Marlington book a trip to November 7th? They can! Marlington wins regionals for the 2nd year in a row, and they make it to the Final Four!
Outstanding volleyball today. Outstanding energy. Great environment. And Alliance Marlington deserves to go to states with that fantastic play today.
In the first ever meeting between the 2 volleyball programs in the Max Preps era, it is the home team technically, the Marlington Dukes. All hugs, all smiles. They advance to the Final Four, winning 3-1. Stay tuned for the trophy presentation. But before we pass it down there, pulling in, they have so much to be proud of this year. They fought so hard to get here. They were doubted by many. But today, they made Nehmer Nation proud. Mr. Anko, I'll give you the floor.
Thank you. You see what playing a really tough schedule does for a team. The playoffs come. You've been in battles. You know what it's like to play great competition. We faced great competition here, again, with Alliance Marlington. But the girls were ready for it. They stuck together. They weren't overwhelmed by the moment. They gave their best, and they did Nehmer Nation proud. Fantastic to watch, and an extremely enjoyable run by the girls this year.
I agree. Shout out to all the seniors. It's tough, obviously, being done. But now, that's it. Fall sports officially in the books for the class of 2025.
Former head football coach Dan Conwell used to always say, 60 minutes or whatever, how long the game would be, 2 hours, 2 hours a lifetime memory. It really is. The girls will remember this trip the rest of their lives.
And it looks like we're about to have some confetti pop from Marlington as they are excited. For the 2nd time in program history, the Marlington Dukes are one of the Final Four teams standing in their division. They will play on November 7th with a trip to the state finals on the line. Marlington, take your bow. You have earned this one, and you can make the city of Alliance proud on November 7th and November 9th.
point in. They are lining up. They are getting ready to receive their their regional runner-up medals. We'll pass it back down there as we just take in the festivities.
Are you pointing it?
2024 regional runner-up, Holy Name. Handing out the award, Rich Kozog and Kim Luckman. Number 2, number 1, Cindy Vieira. Number 3, Isabella Dinya. Number 4, Gracian Blackback. Number 5, Lillian Jurek. Number 9, Avery Priso. Number 13, Allison Tomiko. Number 14, Brianna Barker. Number 20, Alyssa Murray. Number 6, Hayden Wells. Number 7, Alyssa Orga. Number 8, Allison Borzak. Number 10, Jean-Pierre Frieder. Number 11, Kenzie Watson. Number 12, Reagan Navro. And the captain, number 16, Cassandra Bauer. Also, 2 of the other players, Victoria Scheiben and Paige Gilmore. Your coaches, Bohan Miocinovich, Holly Oliver, assistant coach, Maddie Mullen, assistant coach, and David Saldonia, assistant coach. Now will the captains please step forward. This is your Division 4 regional runner-up trophy for Point Heights, Notre Dame. Now to hand out the regional champion, Marlington. Handing out the awards, the athletic director, Chad Hilliard. Number 2, Amelia Sickle. Number 3, Marissa Casto. Number 4, Reese Hagan. Number 9, Justine Doringo. Number 11, Emma Boyce. Number 12, Reagan Frank. Number 21, Ella Wittensolder. Number 13, Danica Sarchone. Number 18, Rosalind McCarty. Number 23, Callie Young. Number 5, Claire Battershaw. Number 17, Jackson Hilliard. And number 22, Lady Graffis. And I missed number 10, Gianna Boganovich. Now will your captains step forward to receive the coaches, sorry. Stephanie Tortola, head coach. Casey Krupko, assistant coach. Amy Coleman, assistant coach. Now for the captains to step forward for the presentation of the regional championship trophy. The regional championship, Marlington Dukes. Marlington will advance to play the winner of Shelby and Cortland Lakeview at Vandalia Butler High School on Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
Here at Alliance High School.